Earlier in the program, Neil Melancon talked with the USDA's Nathan Crisp about commodity prices on the rise right now. He joins us with this week's Bottom Line to talk about those price increases. And Neil, you touched on it a little bit, but what are food prices doing right now?
Well, Mike, they are climbing, at least for most items in the second quarter of 2010. According to the American Farm Bureau's Market Basket Survey, the total cost of the 16 items they regularly look at went up 4% from the first quarter of this year. There are some winners as well as losers, as 9 of the items increased and 7 actually decreased in price. Let's take a look at the grocery bill. Meats were up all this quarter, primarily due to the shortfall in herd sizes for beef, as well as the shrinking number of hogs and chickens. The prices in the markets are starting to rally, and herd sizes will go up later this year and into next. But for the foreseeable future, prices for meats will likely remain higher. Staple food items also went up in price, and in addition to the flour, bread, and orange juice listed here, bagged salad and sliced deli ham also went up in price. Several foods went down in price but are still higher than last year. For instance, eggs are down 21 cents from the first quarter but are still 14% higher than last year. Potatoes, vegetable oil, and shredded cheddar cheese are all lower than last year, however. The bottom line on these food prices is that the economic recovery is still going slow, and sticky prices are keeping costs high. In addition, market prices for most staple foods like corn, soybeans, and wheat are still pretty good, and oil prices are creeping back up, Mike, which means added cost in bringing all that food to the grocery store, which we all pay for.
Indeed, Neil, but of course, as we've seen in the past, prices are still a lot cheaper here in this country than any other place in the world. Neil Melancon, thanks. And remember, you can listen to any of Neil's reports on the Louisiana Farm Bureau Radio Network by clicking on over to our website, twilatv.org. There you'll also find a list of stations where you can tune in. Just look for the link called LFB Radio Network on the right side of the home page. That does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. Be sure to join us next week when A.J. Sabine takes us along for the ride with the Southern University Ag Tour. Until then, you can watch any of our stories online 24 hours a day. Just click on over to our website, twilatv.org. For all of us here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.